You're looking at the most prolific bench scorer in NBA history. Lou Williams with 34 on Monday night in a runaway Clipper win to pass Del Curry for number one on the NBA's career scoring list among players coming off the bench. What a career he is having in that very specific role. Hey everybody, welcome in. It's Game Time presented by Kia, live from our Atlanta World NBA TV headquarters. I'm Matt Weiner, Derek Fisher, David Griffin right there. Good to have you with us. Let's get right to it. Clippers beat the Celtics on Monday night. It was never all that close afterward. Jared Greenberg with Lou. Good call, Lou. When the night began, Kyrie Irving and the Celtics were poised to make history of their own. They had a chance to become the first team to ever sweep all four California teams on the road. Played so well on this trip, but it was all Clippers from the get-go. Danilo Gallinari had the feeling early on, 13 in the first quarter.
Yeah, really aggressive. He felt confident that he could get to spots on the floor where he knew he could get high percentage looks.
Finished with 25 on the game. Kyrie Irving, good scoring night, just didn't much matter because they couldn't get stops. He was 8 of 17 for 18 points in 33 minutes. Lou Williams began the night 28 points away from passing Del Curry for the most bench points all time. Hesitation past Al Horford, and then Williams drives, makes a little jumper. He had 17 at the half. More from Lou.
And this is Lou at the height of his powers. Go left, create incredible space. He's a left-handed, right-hand player, if that makes sense.
Yep.
He's very left-hand dominant.
Too shy of passing Curry now, all the way to the rim for the historic bucket. Clippers shot 68% from two-point range. Clippers love it. Steve Ballmer loves it. Lou, number one all time. Steve gets excited a lot.
Yes,
he had good reason there. The nice moment for Williams and the Clips. Game well in hand at that point. Williams crosses up Terry Rozier, finished with 34 on the night. And the Clippers put up a season-high 140 on their best shooting night of the season, nearly 61% for their fifth straight win. They've won 6 of their last 7. And the Celtics settled for a 3-1 Western Conference road trip. Fish played in the NBA for a very long time. Talk to me a little bit about this specific role that Lou has occupied for such a long time, his entire career now, and how well he's done it.
It's unique. I mean, in particular for a guy that is as talented as Lou Williams is. I mean, yes, there are times where a guy comes into the league and he's coming off the bench for many years because he hasn't found an ability to consistently do what he does well. Lou scores the basketball better than anybody off the bench for sure, but as good as a lot of other guys. And he uniquely, I think, mentally is wired to embrace and accept who he is and accepting the role of being a guy that comes off the bench, knowing that he could start, knowing that there were teams he's been on, he was better than the guy in front of him. But to me, embracing it and being willing to play that role has allowed for him to excel at the level he has.
Just on the outside of top 10 in terms of points per minute this season, number 1 in the league in shots per minute. Lou is prolific, in large part because the Clippers have raised him to be that way. They've raised their team around that. You saw the joy that they felt for him, and that's genuine. And his comment about, I wouldn't want to do this with any other group of guys. The role delineation on this team is really clear. Gallo carries the first unit, Lou carries the second unit, and they play that way. And everybody in between is sort of a dirt worker overachiever, and that formula is working for them. Celtics,
meanwhile, playing without Jason Tatum, who was out with a shoulder injury. They were never really in this game. I don't know if it was complacency, too much time in L.A. over the weekend, whatever it was, they just weren't there.
All of the above,
yeah.
Right? They've won the first 3 games of the East Coast, or rather the West Coast trip, in very impressive fashion. 4 days in L.A., not a great formula.
Right.
This is the getaway game. Another reason it's a game you're going to lose in terms of a scheduled loss. But I don't know that I've ever seen a box score like this. Every Clipper who appeared in the game was either a 0 or a plus in the game. Not a single negative walked on the court for the Clippers, and that says a lot about their frame of mind right now.
It's hard to do. By the way, big one in the standings for the Clippers as well, who moved all the way up to 6th in the West with the win. Coming up, the Raptors fighting through a lull lately, and Monday just plane fighting. We'll try to sort out the chaos in Cleveland when we come back.